Welcome, everyone. Today, we'll be discussing how a container-first strategy can optimize SQL Server deployments, reduce costs, improve scalability, and future-proof your database strategy. We'll explore the challenges with traditional deployments, the business case for containerization, and how OpenShift and Kubernetes provide a superior approach for SQL Server operations. Let's start by looking at the key business challenges enterprises face with traditional SQL Server deployments. First, rising licensing costs. Since SQL Server is core licensed, companies often end up over-provisioning infrastructure, increasing expenses unnecessarily. Second, infrastructure inefficiency. Many organizations run SQL Server on underutilized virtual machines, leading to wasted resources. High availability and disaster recovery add even more costs due to complex and expensive DR solutions. Dev and test environments are also expensive and slow to deploy, delaying innovation. Finally, traditional SQL Server deployments struggle with scalability and portability, making hybrid and multi-cloud strategies difficult to implement. Now let's discuss the benefits of a container-first strategy. By leveraging OpenShift and Kubernetes, organizations can optimize SQL Server workloads. Containers allow you to right-size resources and reduce core-based licensing costs. They enable automation for high availability and disaster recovery, accelerating DevOps and CI/CD for database teams. With Kubernetes, SQL Server workloads gain portability, supporting hybrid and multi-cloud environments. Ultimately, this approach future-proofs SQL Server by integrating real-time event-driven architectures and providing a modernization path for databases. The benefits of containerizing SQL Server are substantial. Companies can see up to a 40% reduction in SQL Server licensing costs by optimizing resources within containers. Infrastructure costs can drop by 25 to 50% thanks to efficient containerized deployments that reduce overhead. Deployments become 60 to 80% faster, allowing teams to provision and manage SQL Server databases with automation. Kubernetes also simplifies high availability and disaster recovery by leveraging built-in features like automated failover and backup replication. Lastly, this strategy opens the door to database modernization, providing an easier path to PostgreSQL and other cloud-native database technologies. Let's look at the financial impact of moving to a container-first strategy. Before containerization, a company might spend around $3 million annually on SQL Server licensing, infrastructure management, and disaster recovery. By containerizing SQL Server, these costs can be reduced to $1.8 million, resulting in annual savings of $1.2 million. The biggest savings come from licensing costs, infrastructure, and disaster recovery, making the transition to containers not only a cost-effective move, but one that quickly pays for itself. A common concern when adopting containers is the skill gap. Most organizations lack in-house Kubernetes expertise. That's where cross-deploy with PodOps for OpenShift comes in. This fully managed solution eliminates the need for Kubernetes expertise while ensuring a seamless migration process. Cross-deploy guarantees 99.95% uptime for SQL Server workloads on OpenShift, automates high availability and disaster recovery, and optimizes SQL Server performance. More importantly, it future-proofs your data strategy, offering a path to modern databases like PostgreSQL. To summarize, adopting a container-first strategy for SQL Server brings clear advantages: lower licensing costs, reduced infrastructure expenses, faster deployments, and simplified high availability and disaster recovery. The transition is seamless with cross-deploy and PodOps for OpenShift, allowing you to benefit from a fully managed environment without Kubernetes expertise. Let's take the next step. Reach out to discuss how we can help you optimize SQL Server with containerization and build a roadmap for your modernization journey. To wrap up, we've seen how a container-first strategy helps organizations optimize SQL Server by cutting licensing costs, reducing infrastructure expenses, and accelerating deployments. With OpenShift and Kubernetes, businesses can achieve seamless high availability and disaster recovery while preparing for the future with modern database strategies. Cross-deploy with PodOps for OpenShift eliminates skill gaps, ensuring a smooth transition without requiring Kubernetes expertise. Now is the time to take action. If you're currently evaluating ways to optimize your SQL Server environment, let's connect and discuss how we can help you achieve these savings and efficiencies. We're here to guide you through your containerization journey. Let's schedule a discovery session and start planning your transition to a container-first approach. Reach out through crossvale.com. If you thought this was useful, like and subscribe to our channel.